Hello and welcome to our Stebbington podcast, Guardians of the Gigabyte. I'm Steph.
And I'm Debs. And together, we are the nerds you need.
Helping businesses become more efficient by utilising systems and software and improving their processes.
And whilst that may sound a little bit boring, we also like to sprinkle in a lot of fun.
So relax,
Get yourself a cuppa.
and join us for half an hour of insight and amusement. Hi, and welcome back to Guardians of the Gigabyte. This week, you're with me, Steph.
And me, Deborah.
The same as every month, really.
Yeah. Basically, it's always us at Stebbington Limited.
One
Because
day
it's our podcast, all right?
So listen up. Yes, and Deborah. Already April.
I know. April.
What does April bring you?
April brings me sunshine.
Lollipops.
And it also brings me no money because it's my son's birthday.
I wondered if he was going to get a mention.
So it's his birthday. And obviously, I always think of April as really sunny. Because sometimes it is.
That 1 year.
No, the first few years of Josh being born, it was really, really nice in April. But the last couple of years, it's kind of let us down a little bit. So, but this year, I'm sure it's been lovely.
I think so. I'm going to stay hopeful, positive.
Hopeful, yeah.
It's going to be sunny in April.
It's also
and
Easter.
It's Easter.
Yay! Bank holidays.
Easter egg, what's your favourite?
Oh, well, in the old days, before I got COVID, I used to really like Cadbury's chocolate. So Cadbury's Easter egg, that was always the way. But since then, and I've gone off Cadbury chocolate, white chocolate Easter eggs. Oh. They are amazing. White chocolate Easter eggs are just they're best.
See, I can't do white chocolate.
And I don't know about you, but Easter eggs, I have to smash. There's something about Easter egg chocolate, and I just love it when you smash it up a little bit and you just get the little bits of Easter egg chocolate. I can't do the whole just.
Oh,
biting
I like
off
the big
Easter egg.
bits. No, I like to try and crack it down the half and then do it.
No, but then you crack
And
it
then-
and you put it in the other half, and then oh yeah,
Love it. Something about Easter egg chocolate. I don't know if it's because it's round but I just taste even like that. Even Cadbury's, if it's as an egg, it just tastes
it's different.
Yeah.
And I've seen other people say it, so I know it's not just
Oh,
us.
okay. It's
Like there's something about it, so I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's fresher chocolate, maybe because it's going to be around. I don't know.
I don't know, but then I've noticed. Like, do you remember cream eggs? You could only get them around
Yeah.
Easter. Now they bring them out
Same
straight
with hot
away.
cross buns. I used to love hot cross bun. Well, I do. I still love hot cross buns. I've not gone off them. But I used to be sad, and then it'd be Easter, and I'd be able to eat hot cross buns, and I was really excited. But like now you can get them every time of year, and now I'm just like meh.
Yeah, you still only have them around Easter.
Yeah,
But no, with cream eggs, I'd be curious. I should probably do some research.
I think it's consumerism.
Well, it is, but that's what I'd be curious to see. Is that why they've widened it? Because you can't get them all year still, can you?
I think you can,
Can
but
you?
they probably can't get as many, and they're
not as
available.
That's
But
it,
I'm not a fan of Cadbury's cream eggs.
Oh, I used to be.
They're too sickly.
Yeah, I have actually. I think I've had one this year, but yeah, last year I don't think I had a single one. As I get older, it's more like I know once I start, I won't stop, so I just don't start.
yeah, no, that's the key.
That's my.
But no, I have to say this because I was thinking this yesterday when I was eating a Cadbury's caramel. Right, I know I said I don't really like Cadbury's chocolate, but I like the caramel. So I was having a Cadbury's caramel because every now and then I have to try to see if I like them still. And do you remember in the old days you'd be able to cut off the little cubes of it?
Yeah.
Right, you can't do that now because they put the caramel throughout it. So when you crack it and you pull it apart, it's just caramel everywhere. You get that kind of caramel hair, where it's kind of like on your face, like because obviously I'm just eating
I know. So obviously you're laying down, just like dangling.
yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what happens when I eat them. But yeah, you end up like it's. And I was like, why did they do that?
I would say, I guess, because
Save money.
It's more cost effective if they just have a lump of chocolate
really
instead of having to
messy.
sit. It's probably a step in the production where they would have had to close the
I'm
chocolate.
making a stand.
But
I don't
also,
like
actually,
it.
I was chatting to our local shop owner about this, and he was saying the inflation is nuts. Like you're paying an extra 10% for products, but getting 25% less.
Yeah.
And they are slowly doing it over time. Like he's like they're going to keep doing that.
Yeah, but have you seen how expensive a chocolate bar? So go back to the Cadbury's caramel, right? I go to my little local shop and it's like £1.10 for a normal size, right? But I could get the
Big one.
The big one, which I never do.
Obviously.
And that's like £1.50.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well...
I wonder if that's, again, though, to do with package. I don't know. It just feels like... just a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it is coming up to Easter. So what's your favourite Easter egg? That's the only thing about having a kid as well. And I know it's been a few years.
You have to share them?
Well, no, it's that so we used to always buy them after Easter.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just like, then you could clean up. Okay, you didn't have as much choice, but chocolate's chocolate. As long as I can't do white or dark because of my stomach. But yeah, you just go in afterwards.
That's
you
true.
get three for one after Easter. But obviously, I've approached this and she's not going to. Yeah. And she's like, but the Easter bunny comes before Easter. So
See,
like,
I never did any of that stuff. I never did any Easter bunny or anything like that. Josh was lucky if I remembered to buy him a chocolate Easter egg.
We had to do a full treasure hunt.
He'd get one from like his grandparents, and then we'd get him one, and that was about the extent of the Easter celebrations and that. But you like put on a whole production for her. You made that rod for your own back. Though.
I did. I'm going to blame COVID for this one though, because it was when she was 3 and COVID started. So obviously we were all isolated. So I needed to do something. Yeah, and then because we were doing isolation with our neighbours at the time because
made it a thing.
Yeah, so then she came round. There'd be a whole thing. But you know what? It's kind of quite demoralising when you spend 2 hours creating one of these and they get it done in 10 minutes. Yeah. And you're like, well, I'm glad you had fun. Yeah. Eat the chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is.
It's nice to make the family things. Like family like traditions.
Yeah.
I do
well,
like
this
that.
probably will be the last year. I'm broaching that now.
All right, we'll see this next year.
I am a sucker though for saying yes. I will
said that last year. I'm sure.
I know, but I didn't quite get the conversation in. So maybe that's what I'll do this year is add in a note because I normally write a little note from the Easter Bunny.
So the Easter Bunny. Get the Easter Bunny.
This is it now.
Write a letter of resignation. Just pass it to Robin.
I am no longer.
We know HR people. Can somebody here write a letter of resignation from the Easter Bunny? Sent to Robin.
Is there a way to do a resignation against just her?
Yeah.
Because the younger kids can still have that. Not I don't have younger kids, but younger kids she sees at school. Anyway.
Yeah, because you know she's going to bust them.
Yeah, you know she'll be like, the Easter Bunny's resigned. Didn't you hear?
Didn't you get the letter?
I'd be pulled into the school.
Yeah, you would be.
Anyway,
Easter. So that's good. So Easter, right, 10 years link time. Easter, email marketing systems.
Do you have one?
What are they?
Are you using it?
I can't think of another question because they're all pretty good questions.
Thanks.
So tell us about email marketing because I know a lot of people. I know when we started the business, and I was very much like, I don't want to do a newsletter and that because I felt like a lot of people were using newsletters all the time,
which they do.
And I thought that was all an email marketing system was for. But then I spoke to Steph. So tell me, Steph.
Felt like I should curtsy again.
Give me some other ways, other use cases for using email marketing if you're not doing a newsletter, which, by the way, we are doing a newsletter, and I shall link the link down below for you to sign up to it.
Yeah, and also, why is a newsletter useful? Okay, so other things you can do other than a newsletter, you can do onboarding emails within email marketing. It's a great touch point, so you can check it in with previous prospects, or if you've had a client and maybe you're doing a special offer, it's a great way to keep in touch that way. It doesn't have to be a newsletter, but when you've actually got something to offer, great way. Nurturing campaigns. So if someone maybe has signed up to one of your kind of free give value services.
Lead magnet, I believe they're called, aren't they?
Lead magnets. Yeah, I think some of them are, and some of them are kind of gateways into your world, aren't they? I mean, look, most people listening to this will be business. We all know how this works. I'm not smashing any secrets. So yeah, so then it's like, okay, so they've come into this. Did they know that maybe you can upsell to them? We call it nurturing because it's not just about selling, is it? It's about servicing people and don't think that's the right way to say that.
It depends on the business, I guess.
Okay, but it's about sometimes you don't know. Like we had one with a client recently where they just didn't know that we did other things, that we actually were able to help them in this other way. So that's why I like to say more nurturing than upselling, because it's like, did you know that we also do this? Maybe you'll find this useful. So yeah, that's some ways that you can do it. I would say even if you don't have a newsletter, it is useful to to gather email addresses,
Yeah.
not like a weirdo, but just like, okay, these legitimate people who are interested in you, maybe interested in your services in the future, or maybe just want to be part of your world. Like I know I'm part of a few newsletters where it's just I find them really interesting, and I like to be kept up to date with how that company and business is doing. I enjoy watching the journey. So sometimes I do understand the concept. There's so many newsletters out there, but they don't have to actually be those boring newsletters.
Yeah,
They
I feel
can
like
just
they've calmed down a little bit now. I'm talking like just after, sort of 2021. Well, when we started the business, I think everyone felt like they had one. And then LinkedIn had their own ones. And, it was just everyone had a newsletter. And I didn't have time to read any of them. Or the care to read any of them. But somebody once said, because I know I was sort of arguing about the fact that I don't see what the point in them is, and somebody mentioned that sometimes it's just good just to keep you in their minds. And
Exactly.
I was like, oh yeah, that's makes
what
sense.
I mean, because you're not always ready. Like we've met people, we want to use their services.
Yeah.
Now's not just not the right time for us.
Yeah.
But like that, 6 months later, we're going to have met another 500 people. So it's good to stay in like that, a touch point.
Yeah.
And it's being able to. Also, I find with onboarding, it's something that people miss a trick with, because when you're onboarding, you can do frequently asked questions. What are the next steps? You can do an automatic, hey, you've been with us for now a week.
Yeah.
Should we check in? There's lots that can be done. So then my next question to you though, Deborah, what's your favourite email marketing software?
Well, I'm going to go with MailerLite just purely because it is a great all-rounder. Has an awesome free free version. So, and you can do so much stuff with that. It's very rare until your business gets massive, but it's just pretty good. And it's really easy to use and simple. And the other side of it is it's really integratable with pretty much most systems via Zapier or Make.
And website, and it integrates with websites.
It integrates with websites.
Directly with WordPress.
Yeah, it's easy to use. There's no code. So for me, it's usually that one. If people are starting off, that's the one that we usually get people to sort of have a look at and see if they like it.
Yeah, I would go. Though I'm like, but there are other options out there.
There's millions of us. Same as any system, there's millions. Which is your favourite
well,
one?
I would tend to agree with you that MailerLite would be the go-to, especially if you're starting out. But I would say Kit is good. I like Kit. It used to be ConvertKit. Now it's just called Kit. I don't know why they've rebranded, but they have. EcoSend, the eco warrior inside us all, because they are it's a brilliant. The subscription is about the same price as MailChimp, but for everything, anytime you're paying in, they are then reinvesting that money into the communities, funding projects, local projects for communities and abroad, planting trees. It's the sustainability side, EcoSend. Constant Contact is all right, but not my favourite. I would just but again, there's nothing wrong with it. And Zoho Campaigns.
I was going to say Zoho Campaigns.
Zoho Campaigns is a good one. I mean, we've just named a few there, and there's so many others. I'm sure
It's
there's at
funny
least another two that I haven't mentioned.
It is funny that we
use.
haven't mentioned the monkey one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tricky one with that one, because I feel like that was the email marketing system that everyone used, years ago. MailChimp was the most common one.
Yeah.
It's not the one everyone used, but it was the most common one. And then obviously other ones have kind of come up along the way. But we found that anybody of our clients that is using it is moving away from it, just because it's limited and it's expensive and it doesn't really do half the things that. And I feel like they're kind of one of those businesses that just took their foot off the gas, and didn't realise that these other ones were sort of coming up behind them. And I feel like so
that does need to be looked at. Like, for example, I find sometimes their terminology, and I don't know if it's just the Englishness of me, sometimes their terminology is a little bit different. So I know every system's different, but it's a bit like I actually have to stop and think and go, what are they talking about here?
That's good. Yeah, I think that's some good things to think about there.
Yeah, but I would say if you have on your website somewhere that says sign up to my newsletter because your amazing website person did that, then set it up like that. Use something like MailerLite where you can just use the free. It's got automation included. It's up to 1,000 contacts, I think, for MailerLite. Do utilize that. If you have that in your website, because I find that's the other thing is if I'm signing up to a newsletter, then you're like, oh, hang on a minute, I never got an email, and then you never hear from them. And they don't have to be monthly. Just be as and when. But it is.
But don't do it weekly. No, you can if you want to. You can if you want to. But we have had to say to people before that had newsletter coming out pretty much every day, and we were like, people Like we're not marketers.
No.
But we do know
We are
that, like,
people, though.
Sometimes I'm like, don't do that. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, you see, and that's where I think the drip feeding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I know one of our clients, she's really good. She always does it kind of 2 to 3 days. It's 3 days, then 2 days, and they always
But then
space them
also
out.
with something I'm mainly like, you can set something up so if the person has clicked on the link
Yeah.
in that or opened the email, this is the other thing. There's so much cool stuff you can do. So you can see who's opened the email, and if they have opened the email, then send them on the next journey. If this person is consistently not opening emails, maybe just
Stop emailing them as much.
And on the theme of last month, cleaning your email marketing contact database is super important as well. And I know MailerLite and a lot of the other ones that if that person hasn't engaged or hasn't had anything to do with you, you can just take them off automatically. It doesn't take that long to get sorted.
No.
But it's really, having your mailing list is great, but you need to study if anyone's looking at it. If you've just got hundreds of people on it, but no one's reading any of your emails, probably need to have a little rethink. And the other thing is make sure you're opting in. Make sure people are opting in and you're not just adding people to your
No, there is a caveat around that, or I would say of like that when someone purchases something from you.
Oh yeah, that's
and
fine.
all of
That's
that.
legitimate interest.
But yeah, legitimate interest is okay.
But
and I'm not a big fan of the double opt-in.
Some people go networking, don't they? And then they just literally take whoever's networking and shove them on the newsletter. Don't do that because A, you're not allowed to, and B, that's just rude.
I was going to say it's just rude, guys.
Just bad
don't-
behaviour.
Yeah, let's be nice, civilized people. Don't be just. I've had a few of those, and I'm like, excuse me,
Yeah,
like, and
I
if
don't
they'd
like
asked,
it.
I probably would have signed up, but
Yeah.
because they didn't, I'm like, no, we've had a call. That doesn't mean I'm automatically on there
Yeah.
unless there's a button to click, which is why I don't generally do the double opt-in.
Yeah, double
No,
opt-in.
because people then have to confirm the email, and that's another step for someone to do. Whereas if they have signed up, they've ticked a button to say, yes, I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
To me, that's enough because
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
have the unsubscribe at the bottom of every email because it is a must within email marketing now.
I think because I think that was the thing with the double opt-in also is I know with MailerLite is if you haven't switched that off and you're using your email marketing for your onboarding or you're using it for something like that, if you've still got the
Double opt-in.
double opt-in, that might have gone in someone's spam, and nothing's going to happen until they've done that double opt-in, so they won't get those frequently asked questions.
No.
They won't get any of those emails. So yeah, it's a personal thing.
But that's it. And I feel like there is a lot of that,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like, it's your choice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yes, that is email marketing.
Yeah.
So on that, have you done any cool automations this month?
Well, we did some really cool stuff with. I'm not going to say Soho again because I just love that one. But we moved over from Keep into New Zenla, which was a different database. So we had to kind of clear out all of the information from Keep, make sure it's all right, pop it in. So we've been doing a lot of work on that. I've mentioned Zenla before. It's a great course platform. So we've been doing a little bit further, kind of digging in and finding out what it can be done with the automations. So we've been setting up automations when people enroll on things and making all of that nice.
Yeah. And do you know what? That reminds me, Kajabi.
Oh,
I do like a bit of Kajabi.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That is a good one. It is a great bit of platform. And I've had a lot of fun automating one of our clients' process. They're saving hours.
Yeah.
Because there's no one checking. We are utilising Zapier with it, but that's purely because we are then updating a spreadsheet, which then all the team can see, so they know where everything's at. And
Kajabi is a good one.
Yeah.
We did some work for Kajabi with Active Campaign because it's got a direct integration.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. Somebody buys something, they go into Active Campaign, which is another good email marketing system that does a lot of stuff.
It does.
So yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's it for this week. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you got to eat lots of Easter eggs.
And join us next month for May. But in the meantime, if you did need any help with any systems, don't forget you can get in contact with us with our information in the description. And we look forward to hearing from you. And we'll see you next month.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.